and I hope this works. Welcome to the Halftime Peach Show. I'm in the dungeon today. Bear with me for a minute. There we go. Now, I ask for all atheists to turn on your logic. I know most of you, at least it seems, you watch or you deal with religious matters, turn your logic off. I guess you figure you don't need it or whatever. Turn it on. Please, turn it on. Alright? Now, having said that, I'm going to deal with those 5 answers that she gave, one at a time. I'm going into detail. That first one was kind of lengthy. Her answer was, you know what I mean? Alright, check it out. Check it out. So why is the universe so, why is there no life? I can see how she can say that, but I'm curious, is that logical? I mean, do we really know how much of the universe we are aware of even? I mean, that's one of my first, this first thing that comes to mind. We don't know if we've seen 2%, 1%, 10%, 100% of the universe. In essence, we haven't seen enough to say whether or not it's unconducive for life or whatever, to say he's incompetent to, I mean, really, is that really a logical statement right there? Is that what atheists do? Sit around and blame God for the things they do not know? I know she probably didn't mean it that way, but looking at it, it's, that's kind of, what I mean? It kind of looks that way. Secondly, you know what I'm saying? How do you know what phase of creation he's dealing with right now? Maybe he like built houses to put people in. What if that's heaven for one of his creatures? It just so happened to be on our side of the universe or in our galaxy or whatever, and it don't mean anything to us, but to some other creature it's the greatest place to be. I mean, there's so many ways you can look at it positively from his standpoint, from where he could be dealing with things, that I can't see how you can fault him for that. How could you, and the second, the third thing is like, you don't know where we are in time. Is this the end of a great thing that he did, and they're not there for some particular reason? They knew that, things were going to change in this part of the universe, in our galaxy or what have you, and they decided that they were going to leave, or he decided to move them, in other words. And another thing, in light of the Bible, why would God, if the Bible is true and God is real, why would God place other creatures around one of the worst creatures or the worst beings in the universe? I'm speaking of Lucifer. Why would he do that? Why would he even put them in his reach? How do you know that satellites are only going as far as Lucifer can travel? You know, and then there's some borderline that they cannot go beyond. And on that other side, there's life. So many ways you can look at that. I mean, I like what you ended it with, though. You said, as we know it, which means you don't know. So you can't blame me for that. Another thing, the sun. You know, she went on and mentioned the sun is going to burn up the water or something or another. Excuse me. I hear so much stuff. I know it may not seem like it. I'm just a creationist, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You have no idea how many stories I hear, how many concepts of religion and God and where it all started and that I have to listen, that I listen to. I'm not going to make it like it's a bird, that I listen to from regular, day to day. Scientists, from what I understand, say that the sun is shrinking. Or the sun is shrinking. Eventually it's going to go out. That's what I hear. That's one of the concepts I've heard. If I'm correct, I mean, what size could the sun have been? I mean, like 1 billion years ago. Really? Even funny. I mean, hey. And another thing. Since I'm dealing with this first one, psychosis, schizophrenia, tornadoes, earthquakes. We had to come up with this, and we had to come up with that. We as an atheist, or we as in Christians that God gave knowledge to find cures for. I mean, what would you have preferred him do? I mean, seriously, what would you have preferred him do? Give you a fish or teach you how to fish? You know, in the beginning, according to the Bible. I mean, atheists prefer that Christians use, I'm assuming, science to disprove their claims. I mean, I'm not going to say so likewise, but wouldn't it be, I mean, couldn't you at least consider what the Bible says about the matter to help us understand the logic behind what you believe, as it relates to not being a believer? You follow what I'm saying? I know I'm stumbling and whatnot, but the Bible says that everything was good in the beginning until sin entered in. And that's when all of this stuff came into play. You get the earthquakes, the tornadoes, all of this. Not before. He didn't start it. He's remedying all these things after the matter also. We, in essence, set the ball in motion. So to fault him for something we did, I don't think it's fair. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of logic being applied to the answers. Not yet. Not yet.